Hello, friends. My name is Cody Rigsby.
And I'm Andrew Chappelle.
And if you just got your ears pierced at Claire's, this is your weekly episode of Tactful Pettiness.
Where did you get your ears pierced?
Actually, I got my ears pierced at Claire's.
No.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah. But I was 25. And it was a Claire's in Astoria, Queens.
Oh, wow.
And I perchance just went for it, and it was at Claire's. For the record, I was supposed to get some reconstructive surgery on this earlobe this summer.
That's the Claire's ear?
Yeah. It's the only ears that I press.
I always wonder, so what happened? Did it get
I don't know.
pulled
I had a earring, and I think I slept with it on, and like something got tugged. And so it's always been kind of like a not so cute. So I want to get it like closed and then reopened.
Oh my God! Happy Pride!
I would love to go with you to get your ear pierced.
Bringing back virginity in my earlobe. This
is so funny. I'm happy we do the podcast for several reasons. First of all, I haven't spoken to Cody in weeks because we've been traveling.
Essentially,
we have opposite travel schedules, so it's so nice to see
Love
you.
to see you in person.
To talk to you. But this is also what I love about the podcast is like, I've always wondered what happened with your ear. Here's what I always thought. I thought that you had an earring in and we're at a party and like someone like went to like do this and it like pulled your ear
quite
out.
Possibly. It could be from something like that, and I didn't notice till like the next day because I was, not sober. So we're not talking about ears, though. This is a mall episode. We're taking it back.
This is the ear episode.
This is not the ear episode.
We're going to the mall.
We're going to the mall. Mom is packing us into the back of the minivan. Yep. Vanessa Carlton is playing as we're bumping along. And she's dropping us off at the department store.
Which one?
Entrance.
Well, we'll see which one later.
And we're going to the mall.
I mean, what? Well, we're not just going to the mall at any time. We're going to the mall back when we were of age. Like we're talking like mid to late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, early 2000s for sure.
It was funny, like I had two different mall personalities, right? Like
please tell.
I had my mall personality when I would go after school on Friday with my friends and my friend's mom.
Yeah. When I tell you that Friday night was mall night, like it was lit.
Oh, the mall was busy. But then I had a different persona when I would go to the mall with like my not school friends or like with my mom. Like that was a different type of mall.
She was paying for things.
That was a different type of mall.
You weren't serving a look in the same way.
Speak for yourself.
It just depends. Like when I got to high school, I was always serving a look. You had to have a Gucci belt.
Yeah, what was your mall? What was your mall look?
So in the era in which we're discussing on the podcast, let me just lay out for you how it would go down. Friday, the bell would ring. I would get in my friend's mom's car. We would drive just down Overland Avenue to the West Side Pavilion. Shout out also RIP, because West Side Pavilion I don't think is a mall anymore, which is the mall made famous in Clueless.
Oh, I see.
We
always went to the Galleria.
The Sherman Oaks Galleria. That's a good mall too.
What one has the stairs? The escalator.
Well,
close to
most malls.
So every mall.
The
ever?
outside stairs, and then I also remember them being like a koi fish pond.
Oh no, you're talking about Beverly Center.
Beverly Center. That's what I'm talking
Beverly
about.
Center's good too, but Beverly Center's a polarizing mall.
Why?
Some people don't love Beverly Center. They think it's an eyesore. It's in the center of the city. It's a big block.
I would kind of agree with that.
Yeah. But they have
malls
so many good stores.
Malls don't make sense in Los Angeles. That's taking up too much retail space. If you ask me.
I worked with a girl when I was working at Bloomingdale. She was from Texas, and she was like Daria. Her face never moved when she spoke, and she was one of those people that lived in LA but hated LA. And she was like, LA is just strip malls.
It is,
and
a Del Taco,
and like. Growing up in LA, I was just like, LA is incredible. And then after she said that, I was like, LA is just
strip malls.
It's just a series of strip malls. But anyhow, I'd get out of school on Friday. We would drive down to the West Side Pavilion. I would go into the bathroom at the mall and change out of my uniform into
your school uniform.
Yeah, out of my school uniform into my like mall outfit to look cute for my friends who I was going with, and it was always Tommy Hilfiger.
My mall looks were quite embarrassing.
Really?
Yeah, I had this phase where I wore these like I don't know what I was doing. I wore like it was like a sweatpant, but a short, and it was a cargo. And then like an oversized t-shirt.
There were so many layers to that one piece.
And then there was a point in my like rebellious era of like trying to be nonconformist and weird.
Mm-hmm.
I would like put my hair in like rubber bands and like style it kind of like very spiky. Yeah, I hope there's no pictures to be seen. I think I actually have one.
Because it was Spice Girls era, so maybe you were like feeling inspired.
I don't know. It was like the
like
VMA era. I think I was like I think it was like me trying to like not be gay.
And you would consider yourself hot in this era?
No, nobody said that.
Okay, well you did,
but you know, it's good to hear that because they say if you don't look back at an old picture of yourself and cringe a little bit, then there hasn't been any growth. So
no, there's been lots of growth since that era.
Okay.
There's been some growth.
Yes,
there's been some growth.
Yes.
What's your mall look, Ren?
I always was holding a frappuccino. Like you had to walk around with a beverage.
Yeah,
that was an accessory.
That's a food and beverage accessory.
Yeah.
But okay, a frappuccino.
And then I was wearing yoga pants from Pink with like the
harlot.
Well, yes.
Harlot.
The zebra pulled so far down. You had to show off the pattern of your pant.
Because they had
it was like a custom pattern.
That you folded down.
To like show off your little personality. And then I'd wear like a rolled down UGG boot and like a tank top and like a push-up bra, except I was 13. So like I don't know why all the girls.
Did you have that rack at 13? I'm sure you did.
It was devastating for like the skinny middle school boy with braces. Like,
I mean,
but why was I wearing a push-up bra every day?
No, because you had the rack and you wanted to show it.
Some of the girls needed it. And listen, shout out. I guess she's fine at this point, but like, shout out to Virginia, honey.
Who's Virginia?
A girl that I went to school with, and she her boobs came in.
Wait a minute, I just remembered. This is so crazy. Brittany Dover was the girl in my middle school
with the push-up bra
who had the biggest tits. Yeah. Like she had such big tits, she didn't even need the push-up bra. Yeah. And I might be making this up. But I believe her brother's name was Ben Dover.
A moment of silence.
I could be making this up.
So she had the big titties and he had
and he was
doing the bending. Yeah, no, he was doing the bending. He was doing the bending.
Do you guys know what that tank top was? That was like really. It was like a brand. Like they had a chokehold. It was very much like the one you're wearing, and it was like a thick, tight tank top.
Just a white tank top?
No, it was like a specific brand, and it was all neon colors. I'll think of it.
Oh, but this is not in my era.
Okay,
you're a little different era than us.
But that's
because
like
I don't remember the girls wearing Uggs when we were in the mall.
Maybe a little bit, but I also
toward the end.
Towards the end.
Yeah. But I think it's really funny how you remember people's first and last names when they have like a really impactful thing in school.
AKA huge boobs. Really impactful.
Yeah. Listen, I see titties.
Oh.
Yeah. I see titties in this world.
I
can appreciate a good set of tits when I'm walking down the street.
Oh my God, absolutely.
And also, listen, fellas, if I can see the VPL, I'm looking. I'm looking.
Unabashedly, I'm looking.
The dick print. If I can see your dick print and it is showing
visible
up in my bubble, I'm looking.
I will say this though, I do take a little bit of an issue. Well, I guess I don't take an issue. I'm just like, when like people write things here
on their tits,
I like to read. You know what I mean?
I don't even need the reading.
If something is like, I'm not. There could be no titties there. There could just be areolas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if something is written there and we're passing each other in the street, I'm gonna just naturally want to read what it is.
Well, of course.
And I cannot tell you how many times I am passing by someone on the street and I'll go to read what is on their chest, and they'll be like, oh.
They're offended?
They're like, oh, he was looking at my chest.
They go, baby, up.
Baby,
my eyes are up here. Well, your tits are down there.
Baby, I wasn't even looking at that area for the reason you think I was looking.
Because here at the podcast, we're pro-literacy.
I was just doing some light reading on the subway.
Exactly. I have no excuse for the looking at dicks, but that's just me.
You can't help yourself.
I can't help myself.
But that's
I'd be looking at the ones that are even attached to people who I don't want to be seeing it because it's there and I'm seeing it. And I look down and I look up and then I'm like, oof.
But there is a kind of a morbid curiosity to it.
Always.
You're like, well, could it?
Maybe. What was the name? So, wait, actually, what was the name of your mall, Ren?
The Westfield Mall. Westfield Montgomery Mall was like the spot.
Well, Westfield is like, isn't that
chain?
Westfield the chain?
But that was like the Montgomery Mall was like where we went.
Why can I not think of my mall right now in Greensboro, North Carolina? Because there was Haynes Mall in High Point, North Carolina that we would drive to, or was that Winston-Salem?
Listen, West, can we talk about, just while you've looked that up, let's talk about Westfield and how they fucking dominated the industry. Because they took everybody's like cute mall. Like for me, I lived like in the hood adjacent. So we went to the Fox Hills Mall.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The Four Seasons Town Center.
Oh,
the
Four
Greensboro,
Seasons.
North Carolina Mall. Yes. The indoor mall.
You had all the seasons.
We had all the seasons.
Vivaldi.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we had, and then there was, but you would also go to like the High Point Mall. You could go to the Winston-Salem Mall. They were all within a 45-minute radius of driving. Lots of shopping to be had.
Well, listen, that's very, very important that the malls are in a radius to one another, because if somebody doesn't have your size
gotta
here,
go all the way over there.
they got to call the West Point Mall to see, actually, they've got 2 mediums. And then your mom always has to be like, well, can you tell them to hold it? We're going right over. Like, that was so this era to be like, tell them to hold it. We'll be there in a second.
Wow.
And if they didn't hold it and it was gone, or the computer was wrong,
it reminds me of the lady.
holiday.
It reminds me of the lady online that was like pissed about Bath and Body Works
Yes.
and Yankee Candle having their
The sale.
candle was gone, and she was livid about it. Oh,
they told her that it was there.
They did.
And I mean, she clearly had other issues because she was going off.
What was the logic? And I don't have children.
Okay.
But you're letting your 12 and 13-year-old run these streets in a mall without an adult chaperone with just
correct.
a bunch of kids?
You know,
Did you have a chaperone adult that was there with you, or like from afar?
I feel like Doris was there, like with my friends, like one
she
parent
was.
to like 3 kids.
Oh no! See, there was no parent involved in at the Four Seasons in Greensboro. It was just me, my friend Justin, some other girls and guys from school, and then we got dropped off at 6:30 and picked up at 9.
That's late.
I can't remember.
Yeah,
the
that's
time.
late.
Is that late?
9 p.m. The
Okay,
children
maybe
need to be in
8,
bed. They need to be brushing their teeth at 9.
I don't know, but we got dropped off.
It depends. I think that that's a different environment. I feel like in maybe smaller towns, people give a little bit more leeway.
Well,
to their
what
kids.
this
I don't
led
think
to.
where Ren is from is that much bigger than Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah.
What that led to
maybe
was
in Los Angeles.
Well, no,
yeah,
we
different.
had a parent.
You had a parent.
We had a parent, but they weren't breathing down our necks, but they were there.
20-foot radius.
It was loose.
On
It was
on the premises.
Yeah, but I
check in with me in an hour.
No, I mean, kind of. I remember there but we're talking maybe 6th, 7th grade era.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that going with the parent and then hearing later at the mall that the parent had left, and I'm being oh okay, we'll see him next week.
I'd also like to say that I'm not intimidated by much, but a rowdy group of 12 or 13-year-olds who are having a time in the mall or a store and acting rambunctious and giving off energy is very intimidating for me, because typically I would just tell them off or say something nasty to them. Okay. Maybe even slap a bitch if I could, but they're children. They're children.
Oh, you're talking about you now.
They're
right
children,
now.
so I'm not going to hit them. But
let's hope.
And I'm going to say, I'm going to hold my tongue if they were to get rambunctious or point any sort of energy towards me.
Well, here's what scares me about that age bracket of kid is that they're old enough to do something, but they don't understand fully the consequences of their actions. Yeah. So they'll be like, I'll punch him in the face. And you're like, that's assault.
Okay, but what this all led to was mall jail. Oh. Did you guys have mall jail?
I wouldn't know what mall jail looked like.
You didn't have mall jail?
Is that just if you stole a
We had a
Mac
literal
lip glass?
jail in our mall.
I'm sure every mall. It's probably like a cruise ship. Because I remember one time.
Mall jail?
We had a jail in the mall.
Just they had a doctor, a nurse's
it
thing.
Had its own jail.
Pass out.
No, it was if you committed a crime, you went to mall jail. It was so embarrassing.
Well, who was taking you to mall jail? Mall cop?
The mall cop.
What the fuck is a mall cop going to do, baby? I'm running. You ain't going to catch me.
You don't know Paul Blart on his little moped?
Of course I know Paul Blart. Now, I'm sure many of you saw my really amazing and inspiring trip to Peru, a beautiful place in which I do not speak the language, but I've never been more motivated to learn a language than not knowing one in a place where everybody speaks it. I don't like to be left out. I like to be in the center of the attention. I don't like to be on the fringe looking in. Babbel's got your back. Start speaking a new language with confidence thanks to Babbel's conversation-based technique. Now, everyone knows that I, for a period of time, had a private French tutor. Now, listen, that's all fine, well, and good, but, it's difficult to schedule that in our lives, and it ain't cheap. With Babbel, you can do your lesson when you want to do your lesson, and you don't have to pay somebody every time you want to do the lesson. Also, compared to some of these other apps out here, it's teaching you phrases that you actually will be using instead of the snake eats the green apple. I don't need to know how to say the snake eats the green apple. I need to ask, where is the nearest restroom immediately? They have all the different types of languages: Spanish, French, Italian, German, Dutch, Brazilian style Portuguese, Indonesian, Turkish, Polish. Honey, the list goes on and on. Handcrafted by over 200 language experts, Babbel's lessons are voiced by real native speakers. One study found that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a full semester at college. Talk about time economy. With over 16 million subscriptions sold, Babbel's 14 award-winning language courses are backed by a 20-day money-back guarantee. Get talking with Babbel. We want you to learn another language, so I'm teaming up with Babbel to give you 55% off subscriptions. You heard that right. 55% off, but only for our listeners at Babbel.com/petty. Get up to 55% off at Babbel.com/petty. Spelled BABBEL.com/PETTY. Babbel.com/petty. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Have you ever shoplifted? We've talked about this.
Oh my God, are we going to just talk about crimes we've committed on the podcast?
I don't know if I should be spilling Quentin's tea, but he said he used to go up into an Abercrombie and pop those fucking tags off.
Okay, so this is...
Pop those fucking sensors off and would leave that bitch with a lot of goods for his frat boys. I think he worked at Abercrombie.
So I had a friend in high school. We actually known each other before high school, but she would do this a lot. She would steal a lot. And I was a goody two shoes.
I could never.
And I was just like, I don't think I can do it. And she's like, you can do it. And her way that she would do it was she would go through the racks to find the clothes that didn't have the tag. So, like, if someone returned it and the sales associate forgot to put the tag on, then she would do that. She had ways to get tags off if she really wanted something.
Like, she didn't work at the store. She just went to the store and she found things.
She just go shop and look through and see if there was a thing, and then...
Well, from my time at Express, like, we knew the girls that were coming in to shoplift. And so you had to...
Wow.
And it wasn't racially profiled.
Oh. No one said that, but okay.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, but now that you've said that, it makes me wonder.
It was actually mostly like white women.
Oh.
But here, wait, before you go on, I do have an issue with this because Express doesn't have that wide of an array of things to purchase there. Like, if you go and shoplift...
What do you mean? The 2000s and era of Express was lit. You had a men's and a women's section. You had a section that was for the young professional.
Okay.
The editor pant was on every
that's true.
woman in that era that had a 9-to-5 job.
Mm-hmm.
The 1MX from Express was a nice tailored dress shirt that was unheard of in Greensboro, North Carolina. And that is a place that all the girlies went to get their going out top.
Yes, it was a business casual era.
No, you had the editor
out.
and you had the professional section of Express, but then you had at the front the going out tops. It had bedazzled, it had sequins, it had one shoulder, it was a tube top, it was a going out top specifically for going to a club with your fake ID.
Okay.
Sound off if you got your going out top from Express. And that's, for that era, that was an expensive going out top.
How much?
I don't know, like maybe close to like $60, $80.
That's a lot.
Yeah, no, Express.
I'm not spending
like
that
retail
on a
was
going
like
out top.
expensive.
Yeah.
And then we started getting a Forever 21, and then you could get the like a similar thing for
cheaper,
for a much lower
but not
price
as good
point.
Good quality. Express had pretty good quality.
Some would say.
So you said that you could recognize the girls coming in.
My manager would always know the girls that were coming in and like, oh, we've had some problems with them.
And so how would you guys deal with it?
Well, they would always get like a lot of things and then go into the dressing room. And you would just like really try to kill them with kindness. Hey, Jackie, how's everything doing in there? Are there any sizes that I can get you? Feel free to hand me anything that's not working.
And she's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm busy in here.
Also, a telltale sign was like, they would get a lot of stuff and then they would like start stacking it and almost making this like fake curtain underneath the feet so you couldn't see anything that was going on in there.
Wow.
So there was no item limit because now that's how they get the girls.
I think there was, but like, you know, they do it in like a chaotic fashion.
Like, oh my God.
And like the thing is, I'm sorry, I think that most retail establishments are told not to like pursue
you're not supposed to
a shoplifter. Like, I'm sorry, I'm making $8.25 an hour. I'm not risking my life or my safety for this shoplifter. No, thank you. So it's like, honestly, I think the shoplifters knew that. They were like, well, no, who's gonna check me, boo? The mall cop? Okay, I can outrun his self, you know? So the shoplifters were out here doing their big one.
Well, I will say, I have to shout out Express because I shopped at Express, but for a very specific reason.
Because you're raging gay?
Well, actually, yes. But to yes and one up what you just said.
Oh, please.
I specifically went to Express for my musical theater attire to audition when I moved to New York.
Oh, very that. In a beautiful 1MX shirt.
Literally.
And in a great pant.
And a flat front pant. It's literally what I wore for my senior showcase in New York because we were just like, you have to wear a bright color to stand out, and you have to have the pants perfect. And
that 1MX came in so many different colors.
I had like 6 of the same color, and I would just wear them to all the auditions. And I was the boy in the purple shirt.
Purple. That was your bit.
Yes, because at the time, you know, feeling my
royalty.
Royalty. But as it pertains to the shoplifting, so I worked at Bloomingdale's for 2 spells. I worked like for a summer, and then I worked when I first moved to New York, and I had a dry spell acting. I worked at Bloomingdale's here at 59th and Lex.
Oh, and I forgot that one. Quentin also worked there.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He worked there. He worked at the All Saints booth.
Our retail queen.
For like a few months.
Our retail
maybe
queen.
A year.
But let me tell you something. Bloomingdale's, because I worked at Bloomingdale's Century City back in like the 2013 era, and they have a very impressive loss prevention team there.
Yeah.
So it's like if you see somebody shoplifting and you're a sales associate, it was so fun. You pick up the phone and you're just like, hey, go ahead and just like look at the because they've got cameras everywhere.
Cameras.
And Bloomingdale's does carry some pretty expensive merchandise.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to see how they would be on the phone with you and they'd be like, what's she wearing? Or what are they wearing? And then you tell them. And then next thing you know, they're there, but they're not apprehending them. They're just kind of
following,
shopping around them. They're plainclothes people. And then eventually they just kind of like pull them to the side and be like, hey, like we noticed that you have this thing in your purse. Do you want to not have it in there? Like, yeah. Or
that's an easy out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm too scared to do that. But you know, there's also these videos online where it's like the girls who be shoplifting at the Target. I know this is not a mall store, but it's applicable to what we're talking about. It's like they will shoplift from Target.
Okay.
And like it is a misdemeanor up to, let's say, I think $2,000 or something like that.
Yes.
So you can like go to the same Target and you can rack up shoplifting after shoplifting.
I've heard this.
As soon as they hit like a 2K mark, they're getting your ass. And guess what? They've recorded every time that you come
No, they
here.
know.
No, baby. Robert,
guess what?
You're going to jail.
Yep.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail. We've got the log of all the things that you didn't pay for.
We have that Aquaphor
and now it's
gloss.
And now
we have you on record.
Now we have you on record. It's up to 2K. You're going to jail.
You're getting locked up.
You.
I've even heard that it doesn't have to be the same Target. I heard
it's like
any Target.
Any Target.
Like they've got the face recognition on point like that.
They do. I don't know how it is at the mall or the security camera. It definitely wasn't like that when I was growing up. And I love to watch some hoes run. They're like, whoop, on the cop cam. They try to book it. They try to book it, and they think they're not going to get arrested, and they're getting arrested.
The mall is not. I mean, now that we're really getting into the nitty gritty of this, the mall is not a great place to steal because like you can't get out quickly.
No, there's going to be
still kind of in a building.
There's going to be security and possibly a police officer at the Belks, at the Dillards, at the Macy's,
it's a tough
the JCPenney's, all of the department store entrances and exits. You're about to get found out.
Well, and there was no trauma like getting lost in the mall. Now that was terrifying.
This is
you mean
crazy.
Like losing your mom?
Yeah, like my mom was at Ann Taylor and I couldn't find the Ann Taylor.
Oop.
I was just thinking about a time where I got lost in the mall. I forget what I was why I was thinking about this, but they were basically saying like how important our memories are and how it's important to remember your memories because if you don't remember them, then you lose them. And so I was just like, I was trying to think about memories of my father. I was just like, what are like some memories that I haven't thought of him? And it was when
you got lost in the mall.
Well, I wasn't even lost, but there was like, you know how malls like in this era had like weird, just like shit in them. Like it'd be like, there's ramps going across and there's like a spiral staircase. And I remember he was like, Andrew, go down and play on like 2 feet away or something. Yeah. And then I turned the corner and I couldn't figure out how to get back to him, but I could see him. And I like, you know, kids like get like upset.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Sometimes I wonder how we didn't get kidnapped.
Well, you know, I almost did.
Yeah, I remember this.
This story.
Yeah, when you fought that lady.
Yeah, when I was... Wait, what?
In the back seat. You were like, I see what you're doing, Diva.
Exactly. I was like, excuse me, what is your name? And then he drove off with the car.
Well, you had some know-how to get out of being abducted.
You were very resourceful.
And this was before the digital age.
Correct.
I would have been gone. No one wanted to kidnap me.
Still.
Insufferable. Insufferable. Getting lost at the mall. I got lost at Target. Can't remember the mall, but I'm sure it happened.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I used to hide. Oh my God. Did you guys ever used to hide in the racks?
I was literally going to say that.
Yeah.
This is what I was going to talk
about.
Oh my God.
I drove my mom insane.
I loved hiding in the racks. I loved hiding in the racks, getting in between the clothes, like trying to spook my mom.
Yeah. Serotonin boost of that?
Wow.
There's no Molly in the world that could get you that.
This is going to be a surprise. I hated going shopping with my mom at the mall. Like not like not even as a child. Like as a
I've
child.
Been shopping with your mom.
Oh, well,
she's
yeah.
so indecisive.
Oh, she's like, I don't know.
But even before the insanity, I'm saying like as I was growing up, like I didn't want to sit there and wait for you to shop. Like that's not fun for me. And I need to be entertained.
And you were sitting at the designated chair. Like there's always the chair where where the girls are trying on the clothes, and then there's like the boyfriend chair, the child chair, the husband chair.
But I was really good at entertaining the worker.
Okay.
The sales clerk.
Okay.
I had an affinity for like trying to impress adults. I feel like you might have had this as well.
That's
it's an hallmark of an only child.
Is it?
Yes.
You're like needing attention.
It's like I'm not one of those kids.
I'm an adult
type of child.
You were so the adult child. Like that's your whole brand.
We talked, so when we were putting the episode together, they were like, well, what stores are we going to? I was like, the Nature Company. I was like, that is the store for the intellectual child, the sophisticated child.
If someone's not familiar with, and we can get into the toy stores, the Nature Company was like the toy store for nerds.
Nerds and narcs.
Nerds and narcs. So
they had soft white lighting. It looked like a museum.
I remember the rain stick that was there that you would turn upside down and it would create these coffee beans inside the stick would make it sound like it was raining. They also had that visor that like made the lighting kind of different. It's like the same visor that guy from Star Trek had on.
Refracts the light.
Yeah, the refracting light. And then they also had, for me, it was like astronaut food. Who the fuck was buying that astronaut food?
That's true. But they also had stuff from all over the world. Like,
sure.
And then I was...
What were you buying there?
I was one of those kids that like people for my birthday would bring me like minerals and rocks.
I thought nobody came to your birthday.
Oh. That was literally one year.
And nobody came?
Nobody came.
Well, like 4 people came.
Okay, 4 people came.
Yeah, 4 people
That's
came.
basically nobody, but okay.
Yeah.
But you always remember that. Why are you like this?
Yeah, why are you? The way he's like gets pleasure out of it.
He does, and he says
he's
it every
like
time.
never been happier.
And I'm happy the cameras are recording. Do you see what to deal with?
That's like when he looks at me and is like, "You've never had a boyfriend, have you?" And starts laughing.
And do you know what the sad part is? This is how he shows love.
Yeah, this is true.
Oh my God.
They also had at the
God, I feel so loved right now.
Yeah, I feel loved.
You know, I'm working on it. They also had that toy that was like a fleshlight, but it was like the water, you know?
Oh, wait. Yes. Yeah. And it would roll. It was like an uncircumcised dick, and it would roll inside of itself.
Yeah.
Okay, see now?
Yes.
Now you know why.
Y'all gave me side eye when I said fleshlight, but now you understand.
Yeah, no, we know. Yeah.
I never used that for any sort of
nefarious
sexual exploration.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't.
I think I probably did.
I did not.
I think I probably did.
I did not.
But you know what about this like particular era in the mall that I thought was so funny is like, what are kids doing in the mall anyway? Y'all ain't got no money. Like my mom would send me to the mall with like $10, $15. Like, you know what I mean?
You're there to be seen.
Yeah, you're there to be seen.
But we were pretending to shop. We were like,
cosplay.
No, but
we were like, ooh, that's nice.
Every Friday we would go and cosplay to
adult
shop.
shopping.
And nobody was, and we were rarely buying things.
No, I was getting like a Wetzel pretzel.
Oh, well, definitely you were getting a snack.
Yeah, I was walking around with my pretzel.
And once in a while, you would buy an item of clothing. I mean, there were definitely rich kids who had like mommy and daddy's credit card, and then they would go busting through that bitch and buy a lot of things.
And everyone would just kind of watch.
Yeah,
that for me was my two different types. It's like, are you there to be seen, or are you there with your mom and you're like hitting Abercrombie and you're going in because it's like back to school era. But like if I was with my friends, I was not shopping. We were there just to be seen.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a text from a friend asking where you were and you realize that you told them you'd meet them for dinner and you never put it on your calendar? Oh my goodness. If I had a nickel, let your new Skylight calendar help keep things organized. Skylight Calendar is a Wi-Fi connected digital display that showcases your entire family's schedule, even your chosen family, with clarity, color, and brilliance, and either a 10 or 15-inch high-definition touchscreen. Now, listen, Joe is always on me about putting things on his calendar. I'll be like, Joe, we're going to go do this. And he's like, will you please put it on my calendar? While I am very type A, I do tend to have a little bit of an artist brain here and there. And the Skylight Calendar has healed all of our scheduling woes. It's an all-in-one smart calendar that syncs seamlessly with Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, Outlook, and more, giving you customizable views for daily, weekly, or monthly planning. With the free Skylight Companion app, you can add or update events, lists, and more on the go. If in 120 days you are not 100% thrilled with your purchase, you can return it for a full refund, no questions asked. I also just like having it in the home. It makes me feel like I'm living in an episode of The Jetsons, having, you know, an extra screen in the home. You can never have too many screens. Right now, Skylight is offering our listeners $30 off their 15-inch calendars by going to skylightcal.com/petty. That's PETTY. Go to skylightcal.com/petty for $30 off your 15-inch calendar. That's skylightcal.com/petty. Get scheduling.
Let's talk about Abercrombie.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the foundation of mall culture in the early 2000s. For the record, I never bought a single thing from Abercrombie or Abercrombie and Fitch. I didn't have that kind of money. Never bought it.
Just stole.
I will say I didn't steal. I wish I did steal. Quentin stole. I would say I never felt welcome in that store. Maybe because I was just poor.
Imagine how I felt if you didn't feel welcome in the store. Yeah.
The music itself was just so jarring as you walked in.
Yeah, maybe you never felt welcome because it was blasting music and the lights were off.
The lights were
also
on.
The scent.
I was going to say,
see, all your senses died.
Fierce by Abercrombie and Fitch does smell like non-consensual sex. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. That is a smell that you're going to smell.
Yeah. It's going to be accompanied
after someone's putting something in your drink.
Yeah. It's going to be a smell that's accompanied with a very, very unfortunate memory.
Yeah.
I just know whenever I'd go in, you couldn't see. You couldn't hear.
You couldn't see.
And you could.
It was so dark.
Yeah, it was dark.
It was
so dark.
Hollister was dark.
Okay.
I remember Hollister being very dark. Abercrombie and Fitch.
The senses were dead.
I wasn't.
You
it
couldn't
wasn't.
see.
I could still see.
No,
the
you were
things.
squinting. Maybe that was like a way of being hot, of like squinting and like looking at the clothes.
I was just looking. I wasn't buying.
That was their aesthetic.
You know what else you couldn't get at Abercrombie? Help.
Oh.
Nobody wanted to do nothing. They were all just standing there.
They had a bunch of hot people walking around.
Yeah, they hired
Child
children
models.
essentially, and the way that they recruited people was they're like, "Have you ever thought about modeling? We're hiring models for our store."
Wait, wasn't Adrian a Hollister model?
Oh,
I think he was.
I believe that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They got everybody by calling them a model. They paid the minimum wage. I think I was making $7.25.
Wait, were you a hot person?
Oh, but you worked at Abercrombie.
I worked at Hollister.
Oh, okay.
For like 2 months in college. It was so fucking boring. Like, I could not listen to Jack's Mannequin any fucking more.
Yeah.
I couldn't listen to Yellow Card any fucking more. And like fold the same 5 shirts in a very particular way in a dark surf shop. Like, it just wasn't working. That smell also horrid, burned into my memories.
Yeah.
Everyone smelled disgusting from these stores.
Yeah, and they were like
but they did trick
children.
people into believing that they were models, and that's how they hired like the hot people.
And people took that and ran with it. The amount of people that were like, I modeled for Abercrombie, and then you're like, oh my God, you did? And they're like, well, in the front of the store.
But they also like it's probably because there's like been a few stories of like Chad who worked at like the Minnesota one was discovered while he was like working there. That, you know, he was folding the clothes, then they put him in the front to like greet people, and then he made a national campaign. It was all a scam. It was all the Abercrombie brand is a scam.
Because you were paying like $70 for a polo with a moose on it, and then you knew you were that girl.
The moose.
You knew you were that girl.
I didn't have very many pieces from Abercrombie, but I still can remember them because I wore them all
the time.
Yeah. They were just like
that polo with a fucking light wash ripped up pair of jeans and a pair of rainbow sandals.
Yep.
You really thought you were doing a big one
You were that bitch.
at that era.
A puka shell necklace.
A puka shell necklace.
It's over.
And the hair was definitely dyed blonde in some capacity. It was a bleach blonde. It was a frosted tips for the boys.
Yep.
A frosted tips. What were some other? I'm trying to think about the other places because I would always go to the stores with the girls.
Yeah.
So that was like Victoria's Secret. That was like all the girls wanted to go to MAC. Yeah, Bath and Body Works.
In a similar vein, like an Aeropostale hated to see me coming.
Well,
because that
I did shop at Aeropostale too because that is on the lower tier of like. Well, it was like Abercrombie,
Hollister, American Eagle.
Aeropostale.
And PacSun.
No, that's not the same girl. That's a whole different. That's like alt girl. You thought you were different. If you were a PacSun, you thought you were a different girl.
Do you mean Pacific Sunwear?
Pacific Sunwear.
There's too many sunglasses
the
in there.
PacSun to Hot Topic pipeline, very close to each other.
They're always next door.
They're close to each other.
Yeah,
but the Abercrombie
preppy
pipeline was. Yeah, but it's like we thought it was preppy, but it wasn't. That's not.
It was pretty preppy. It was like a lot of polos and like a board short.
No, it was like a surfer look. If we're thinking real,
it was.
If we're thinking real preppy, I'm thinking like Ralph Lauren, an actual jacket, like.
I mean, Abercrombie was fratty.
It's what we can. Yeah, it was fratty.
It was fratty. It was like for that guy. It was like the intersection of working out, preppy.
Was the shirt. Like, that was the shirt.
Why were they so long? The torsos were longer back then.
No, but you know what? I'm going to be honest. Like, that bulldog on that polo from Aeropostale, it was giving poverty, and I felt that in my bones.
Oh, you felt it.
I felt poor trying to want to have the Abercrombie aesthetic, but not having the money and knowing that I was going for a lower tiered item. Because that's all I could afford, and I was trying to fit in. But I did feel the poverty of that.
Well, honey, if you really wanted to stunt on the hose, you wore Lacoste.
Oh, that's a different girl. That's a different girl.
If you had your Lacoste polo on and someone had a lowly Abercrombie polo, baby, move for me.
And like this V-neck. With like
that's Abercrombie?
You know, Aeropostale, everyone had this V-neck.
But Abercrombie did the same thing.
And that's why it was like so embarrassing because you're like, Mom, please, I need the Abercrombie version. And she's like, but the Aeropostale is $12.
And
but I'm like, but I need the
maybe they were like 3 for $50 or something like that.
So is Aeropostale kind of the Forever 21 of Abercrombie?
Yeah.
They just basically
But I just remember begging my mom.
Something like that. Just not as
down.
like mass. Not as mass. It was definitely. Were you an American Eagle girl?
I did not wear American Eagle until I was in Hamilton and they put one across the street in Times Square and I needed something last minute.
I had a few items from American Eagle, like a graphic tee. That was definitely
a graphic tee.
The graphic tee was like
graphic tee
with a slightly inappropriate or sexual innuendo on it. That was definitely it. Which we could shift gears. The king of like that type of store. Well, wait a minute. Gadzooks.
What?
Oh,
Gadzooks.
What
I'm
even
having
is
like an aneurysm.
A gadzook.
It would be like
Gadzooks.
Gadzooks was like the place where like it was a little ravey. It was definitely like straight
oh my
frat
God.
culture. It was like it would be like a store. It's like if they took the store that's at the beach that has inappropriate shirts and put it into every mall across America, that was Gadzooks. They had a
And
shirt.
it was the wall.
Yeah,
and
wall,
all the shirts were on the wall.
and there was music videos playing.
Yes.
And it was always like female body inspector.
Yeah. Dad joke. Inappropriate
Sort
dad
of,
joke.
but like also very youthful. Like this was, I remember specifically buying a Jackass shirt from this establishment.
Wow, the era
Oh my
is
God,
strong.
you are such a rebellious
I know.
child.
I was like trying to be straight so hard.
So hard.
Gadzooks was a gag.
I do miss, and I mean, we could talk about this for hours, but I miss music stores. And there were always music stores in the mall. There was always at least a Tower Records or a Sam Goody.
I think we had a Sam Goody.
Yeah, we didn't have those.
You
You're a little old.
You didn't. Oh yeah,
I feel like it was past.
Yeah, I
buying
don't know
music
what
in
that
person
is.
was probably
Yeah.
past its prime. Those were getting out of the mall by the time you were getting into the mall.
And those like I miss music stores for a lot of reasons, because it was also kind of cool because you could get other people's suggestions, that work there. But
yes,
when we would go with our friends, we'd be like, "Oh my God, did you get this?" And like, "Oh, I don't like that."
But you would like
one."
sit there and listen to the music in those public headphones. That's nasty.
No, I mean, sometimes like the Virgin on Sunset, I would like imagine Britney Spears' new album comes out,
for sure,
and you haven't listened to it
Reminds
yet.
me of Will and Grace.
Yeah, exactly.
When he's at Borders, like listening to it.
Exactly. And I did it at the Virgin here in Times Square too. I listened.
Yeah, I miss that culture, but like that's so inconvenient now.
Well, because nobody.
I can literally listen to the music right here.
Also, nobody leaves their house for anything except to work and vacation now. Like no one goes to the store to grocery shop. No one goes to get eye cream. Everything just comes to the house.
I feel like the closest we had to this was the Sharper Image, which was like so lit.
Oh, we have to take a moment for Sharper Image.
Baby, there would be a wait list to be able to sit in the massage chair.
Well, your legs were tired. You were walking around the mall all day.
What were people buying at the Sharper Image?
Well,
the
vibrator.
Well, yeah, the vibrator.
Everyone was buying vibrators.
Everything was like dildo adjacent. Like it wasn't actually a vibrator. They all just looked like that.
Well,
everybody knew.
Isn't that the Sex and the City episode? Where Samantha goes to the
Sharper Image.
Yeah,
and she gets like the industrial fucking like back thing.
The Rabbit 3000.
It's a great vibrator and then it breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she's furious.
And she's mad.
Yeah.
She needs to get off.
That was like such a treat to like end the trip at the Sharper Image because like it was gadgets we had never seen before.
And to me, the air conditioning felt like it was a little bit
fresh.
more on
it was
fleek.
crisp in there.
Yeah.
It was
They had to keep those,
I also
at
felt
cold.
like the glass of the Sharper Image, it was cleaned more often. Like
For
there was,
sure.
They
It was
really
Sharper Image.
It was
a Sharper Image.
You could see inside
It
the
was
store.
the whole store was in 4K.
Very much.
Yeah.
Very much.
And I think they're still around.
There might be. I just can't think of anything else besides the massage chair and the vibrators. What else the fuck was there?
Well, Sharper Image is like a bunch of shit that you feel like you need and no
But you
one
needed
needs.
none of
but
it.
you need it.
But that
in
was
your
also
head.
like where you would get a speaker, and that's where it was like it was kind of like an elevated Radio Shack, right?
Yeah,
'Cause you could
it was
way to put
bougie.
it.
a lot of electronics and like
rest in peace, Radio Shack.
it was also a lot of like infomercial things.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was like the thing you would use with your thing that you
I don't
already
think I ever
have.
bought anything from Sharper Image.
I think I remember getting a few like either birthday presents or Christmas presents from other people and being like, whoa.
Yeah, they really went off.
They
went all out.
Spent money on this.
It was like a very stylish like CD player where you could like see
CD players.
It was like translucent.
Yes. It felt a little future in there.
There was a little bit of future in there.
Yeah, or you would just go and get your massage and leave, and that was probably so
See,
infuriating.
I never sat down in the chair because I felt like I was like
Taking advantage.
You
didn't want them to think you were like those other people.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm an adult child.
I'm an adult child.
I don't need
I'm a true
that.
patron of this store.
I pay for my massages at the massage parlor.
Yeah. I love that store.
It is summer time, honey. I am enjoying the summertime. I am on planes, trains, and automobiles, seeing all the sights of the great outdoors. And I am soaking it up, and I hope you all are as well. And it's important that when you are soaking up the summer, that you are dressed for the season. Well, if you're in the market for essentials that last and make you feel good, you need to check out Quince. Their lightweight layers and high-quality staples are perfect for your everyday needs. Quince has all the things you actually want to wear this summer, like organic cotton silk polos, European linen beach shorts, and comfortable pants that work for backyard barbecues and a nice date dinner. Listen, speaking of a nice date dinner, I actually sported one of my new Quince polo shirts to dinner the other night, and I have to say there is just nothing like having a crisp shirt on for the first time. And it just makes it all the better from Quince because Quince is half the cost of similar brands. They work directly with top artisans, cutting out the cost of the middleman. They give us luxury pieces without the markups. So it feels even better when you show up to dinner in your new blouse. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes, which allows me to sleep soundly after my delicious dinner in my new blouse. Stick to the staples that last with elevated essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/pettiness for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/pettiness to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/pettiness. So what else is there? Is it the department stores?
Well, we have to talk about the food court.
Wait. Let's wait for the food court. Let's wait on the food court. We're not there yet.
Okay.
We can return back to Pacific Sunwear. Because I had an era when I was in my PacSun life.
Oh, really?
And nothing brought you to PacSun like a studded belt.
Ooh.
A studded belt from PacSun? You thought you were really an alt person. This was also in my like emo era.
Yeah.
I kind of had like an emo era, which recently I've been listening to a lot of that music.
Oh.
No, I
is everything okay?
Yeah, I was like...
It honestly is.
That's what I thought too. I was like, are you feeling emotional?
I have been listening to My Chemical Romance for the past 2 weeks straight.
That's a classic song.
No, but the entire album. Like I was obsessed. But I definitely had my emo era where I was wearing very tight jeans, a studded belt from PacSun, maybe a graphic tee, if you will.
Would you do patches? This is also like in the era of patches.
Baby. I was getting patches for my messenger bag.
Yeah, you got. Oh my God! Yes, you have.
And I was sewing them on myself.
Oh, you wouldn't get the iron on. You wanted them to be on
I
for
knew
life.
how to sew it. I knew how to sew it on the actual front of the messenger bag.
Very only child.
Very.
Because we have nothing but time. This is the thing you don't know about only children. We have a lot of time at home. It's quiet. So we got to fill the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you were doing those stitches one at a time.
But even in that era, that's when I did go from PacSun to Hot Topic because they had band shirts and things that were a little like spooky.
We'll talk about like a harlot, sweetie. If you were shopping at Hot Topic,
you really had to feel like you were like part of the community. Whatever the Hot Topic community is, you had to feel like you belong there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when Hot Topic first came on the scene, people would be like, oh, you're going to Hot Topic?
Those were
like,
the emo girls at my middle school.
Those are the real emo girls.
Like at the side part.
Everyone can read in between the lines. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say, but we know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
But you know what? A collab that I just never understood was like why Nicki Minaj had her merchandise at Hot Topic.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Like to me, those two things are not supposed to be together. They're very
music centric, and like I don't. I see somewhere in the Venn diagram where that works, where the barbs are like, I'm going to Hot Topic.
I mean, she did a whole line about it. Hit of Hot Topic, Nicki Minaj hoodies.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
And that was part of the integration of the marketing campaign for Hot Topic as well.
It was, exactly.
People want. And how soon was this? How long ago was that?
This is
like Pink Friday.
Yeah, first album.
First.
No. This is Bees in the Trap era.
Okay, that makes sense.
So second album.
That makes sense. Yeah. Hot Topic, you really had to feel confident or not confident as you were going into there.
I guess it makes sense for Hot Topic to do that in 2013 because Hot Topic was kind of on its way out and Nikki was like really big. So like it would behoove them to do it.
You never worked at the mall.
No.
Oh.
You worked at Bloomingdale's
So
and
I did Bloomingdale's in 2 spots, but then I also worked at Banana Republic in gay. Oh, so gay, but professional.
But very professional.
And I mean, I'm wired to sell people things. I'm good at it.
I could see that for you.
I'm also just like
insert ad right here.
Exactly. But I'm also just like really, I'm just honest, you know, like when Joe and I were in Peru and we found somebody messaged me, you got to go to this store, right? And I'm in the store and I'm selling to everybody in the store. I'm a customer.
And I'm selling to
and the woman was like, do you want to work here? And I said, I am not moving to Peru, but like I said, I hooked you up today though.
See, I worked at Express and I worked at Hollister and I think that was it. I might be missing something as far as retail clothing stores. Oh, well, that's not when I moved to New York, I also worked at the Diesel on 5th Avenue, but that's not a mall. And I'm so sorry. What the fuck was that British brand? Oh, like very mod. Ben something.
Oh.
Ben Sherman.
Oh, never heard of it.
Ben Sherman. But okay, so in the mall, I worked at Hollister and I worked at Express.
Wow.
And I would say that no one was at Friendly Center. The other one was at Four Seasons. Okay. Yeah. I will say this, that I am more built to, I was a food service girl. I was just much better at that. And I think because there was financial incentive. Maybe
you would get tips?
Yeah, you'd get tips.
Oh, no,
so like if I was working hard, I would get it.
Yeah.
Bloomingdale's, you probably got commission.
We got commission, and I mean, Banana Republic, you would get extra. I think you'd get like $5 every time you'd open a credit card.
Oh.
But Bloomingdale's.
More on that later.
But Bloomingdale's, I forget what the incentive for the credit card was, but it was high.
$5 for the credit card.
I think we would get that was Banana, but Banana was like that was bottom of the barrel scraping. We out of LA at the Ice Age taping.
Got it.
But Bloomingdale's, we made commission. But the problem with Bloomingdale's is if anybody returned and they have a very high return rate at Bloomingdale's, then they revoke the commission you made on the thing.
So they'll take it off. You'll get it on one check and then they'll take it off the next one.
Yep. So
yeah, that makes sense.
So it was tough. So what I did, and I'm sure someone from Bloomingdale's is listening, but right before
allegedly he did this.
Well, no, I did this. I did it.
Are you trying to go to jail, bitch?
No, I'm just I didn't do anything wrong.
Go ahead.
But the studios would do their big shopping polls for things, and nobody ever wanted to help them
because they knew they would return them.
It's going to ding their commission really bad. And so right before I left Bloomingdale's, all of the people, I would be like, oh my God, let me help you. I'll do, no. You can bring it all over here so that I would make a big commission.
And they never got it back because you quit?
Because I quit.
Oh, and then you're like, coming for your money the next time?
No, I don't work there.
Sorry, bitch.
Wow. Sorry to this man.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the incentive was to work in food. I always kind of, I only really worked retail because that's when I changed my minor and my major to consumer apparel.
Oh, because you were a fashion girl.
Because I was in fashion merchandising, so I feel like I needed the experience. It was honestly
what's being made,
what's being sold, what's being bought.
Yep.
It just was too much standing around and waiting.
Yeah, it seems so boring.
The
feet were boring.
Seems so boring.
And like when I was in the zone, I could sell you some clothes, but I also just don't like forcing things on people. Hey, girl. And what brings you in? What are you looking for? Oh, nothing. Okay. Well, I'll be here if you need anything. Blah, 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 blah.
Also, it says so much about you when you try on your size and you like disrupt the pile. Are you like fixing the pile? Because I feel like you fix the pile. Because I always felt bad for the girl that had to come over every 2 seconds, refolding.
I'm trying to leave the clothes in the dressing room the way that I found them. Back on the always.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
back on the hanger, fold it up. This didn't work for me. This did work for me.
You want to be the best customer.
Yeah.
I want to be the best customer.
Also, when they stack the jeans and you're trying to find your size, then people leave it a mess. That's bad karma. Yes. I don't want that kind of bad karma.
Yeah, I'm going to fold back and put it right where the size is.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's like, this is what I don't like about interacting with a retail employee or anybody that I know is getting commission. It's part of me is like, don't help me because I don't know if I'm going to buy anything.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad because you're like,
Go help
trying
somebody
to get you.
else.
Go help somebody else.
I'll come to you when I'm ready.
Yeah. And so then I was like, even if I'm like looking for something, but it's just not working out, like I feel bad being like, yeah, it just didn't work out for me.
I know.
But on the other
saying that.
But on the other hand, when I know I'm there to shop and I'm really
You're ready
big,
to turn
big
up.
baller baby, like I'm ready to give them that sale, honey. I'm ready to go shopping.
So this actually reminds me of something I didn't intend on saying, but there to me is no better feeling than like after like a shopping spree, like when my mom would take me on a shopping spree and we had all the bags, and then she would be like, "Oh, do you want to go get food at the Grand Lux Cafe,
Yes,
or the Cheesecake Factory?"
and
you're in there, all the bags are in the
and you were the
booth with
richest
you.
person.
You feel
were the
like
richest
a
person
rich
there.
And then you like kind of like look during the meal to like check to be like, "Oh my God, Mommy, remember this was so cute." She's like, "That was cute," and you're like, "Ooh!" I mean, that is it. That's top tier.
Yeah.
That's top tier moment.
That is an elite
feeling.
Like having so many bags after going to the mall and shopping.
Okay, for me, I was just thinking of this when you'd be like shopping at like, let's say, not a Brandy Melville, because more on that later, but like one of the main girls, and they would look at you and be like, 10? And you're like, girl. Like they'd read the girls. Okay. I hated when they did that.
This is what I was going to ask.
I hated when they did that.
Well, in my era, all the girls were
7.
all the girls were shopping at Wet Seal, which I still don't understand.
I never got
what was going there.
Yeah, what was happening?
And then there was 579, which you said you didn't.
I've never even heard of.
Which allegedly, maybe I don't know if it's true. They only sold the sizes 5, 7, and 9. Now,
which confuses me.
Does women's clothing only come in?
It's even numbers.
It's even numbers.
So
that's why I'm very confused about that store.
Maybe that was like
it should have been called 6, 7, 8.
But I hate it. Bitch, when they clocked me like that, large? Excuse me?
Yes.
Well, yes, but also, why did you say that so quick?
Bring me an extra small like everybody else and slip me the large underneath the door.
Or most of the times, I'm not getting the correct size. They're going too small for me.
My childhood trauma when I be at the like PacSun, I have to go to the bottom of the pile and all the little girls are at the top.
You had big tits?
Yeah, I just feel like but like all the girls are at the top of the pile and I had to keep digging to the bottom.
And they're like, ooh,
they're like, sorry, we don't we don't make that size here.
Oh no.
The Brandy Melville did not welcome.
What is Brandy Melville?
It's one size.
What do you mean it's one size?
Everything in the store is one
extra
size.
Small. Everything is tiny. I mean,
so you can only shop there if you're
Wait a minute, what?
Small.
Yeah, no. It's a very problematic store. They actually just came out with a whole documentary on Brandy Melville. And
the girl from Real Housewives?
No.
Did I say that?
He's so confused. Moving on.
Oh, you're talking about Brandy Glanville.
Okay, there we go.
Brandy Melville.
That is hilarious. Okay, yes, I thought this for a long time. I was
Brandy
just like,
Melville is
a store
only selling clothes in one size.
But they're very poorly made.
I like the efficiency of that. It either fits you or it doesn't, babe.
Yeah.
I like that efficiency.
You would be like a Brandy
I like the efficiency.
Well, listen, it saves time.
If the girls are small enough to fit into that clothing, they know exactly where to go and they know that it's going to fit them.
You know that's
or it's
either,
not.
It's either your store or it's not your
it's
store.
Your store.
It's
going to save you time.
The ultimate shade is it's not one size fits all. It's one size fits most.
Yeah, and that's
why
is all of it like a stretchy material without a waistband?
Yeah, I would try to get like a little like
so you
baby
fit in some of it.
But it was just I couldn't be wearing that.
It was a
bra.
Yeah.
It was a bra for you.
But there was of course an expose. Of course there was abuse. Of course, like it's like all of these stores.
Can anybody just chill out?
Well, and Abercrombie had a whole thing.
Yeah, can you just sell some clothes without abusing somebody,
Don't you
please?
remember the Abercrombie?
Oh my God, Abercrombie was awful.
Abercrombie was awful, but wow, that catalog, so hot.
Well, because the man was abusing those models. He was abusing.
Okay, but like, can we just enjoy it for a minute? Like,
no, I can't. I know too much.
I never had the catalog.
I would find it.
I would find it.
I would get my hands on it.
I would get my hands on it. And that was softcore pornography.
It was.
Oh, this was so much worse than I realized. I thought it was just
the Abercrombie.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was this dark.
No, it's bad.
No. Oh, wait.
The Abercrombie
the catalog or the history?
Like the trafficking.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's bad. It's bad.
I thought it was the thing where he was like, "Fat people are not welcome here." That was like his whole
no, that
thing.
was that was the base level, but
I'm sure that was part of it. No, it got worse than that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And the guy's gross.
The guy is so gross and like, but was like married, but now is not married, and obviously is a homosexual. Like if you're making that catalog, you're gay.
It's giving
that was for gays.
It's the same energy as the guy who discovered the NSYNC. He's
not gay. He's not gay.
The NSYNC guy isn't, or this guy?
The NSYNC guy, like
he was just like kind of asexual.
Why can't I think
Lou Pearlman?
Lou Pearlman.
Yeah,
because like even in that documentary, nobody was like, nobody. I don't. Like, to my knowledge, nobody came forward that like he was trying to have sex with them or do anything, anything weird, anything like off.
Yeah. But this guy, the Abercrombie guy,
for sure. Yeah. But I did enjoy that catalog at the mere age of 12 to 15.
They did talk about in the documentary, just kind of interesting from a marketing perspective. They were saying how Abercrombie was a different store because they put the shutters on the windows so you couldn't see what the merchandise was. So you had to go in to see what they had.
Is that because they had naughty pictures on the walls, or that was like
the aesthetic?
Apparently, it was like quite literally to get people to come in to see the merchandise.
See. That's smart though.
It was smart,
and I will hand it to Abercrombie. They've done a fabulous rebrand recently.
They have
more focused on the clothing.
They have
good silhouettes. I have a few pairs of jeans from there.
Oh, really?
I love their jeans.
I haven't worn them in probably a year or two.
I also feel like something. Wait, so do you guys never went to like a Victoria's Secret pink?
I went with like my girlfriends.
I would go with my girlfriend,
or
and, like, help
even
them?
if my mom wanted to go. Not like that. No,
I'm just saying, like, help them pick up. Not in a weird way.
Well, like, talk about it. Be like, oh my god, do you think Tyler would like this?
I just remember the 5 for $25 deal was like unreal. You got 5 underwear for $25. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That doesn't.
Then they'd all be in this crazy
still
pile.
Have that deal
no,
because
no.
I mean, that feels like those underwear are deteriorating.
Yeah, and they'd be like the craziest push-up bras that like the 12-year-old children were wearing in a thong.
Well, yeah, why were the thong? I'm sorry. Why were kids wearing thongs back in this era? And why were they on display?
Girls wearing thongs.
Why were they?
And why were they exposed?
Well, why were they allowed to even like? I'm sorry. They should have had a policy at
thongs.
No,
you can't try on the thong.
No, you have that little liner in it.
Yeah, they have the little plastic.
That's disgusting.
I know.
But they should have had a policy.
You mean your coochie was touching a plastic strip that another girl's coochie was?
Well, Doris told me to keep my underwear on because she's smart.
But then how do you know what it feels like?
Well,
I feel like underwear is a thing that you have to buy
and
that's it. And then if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
That's it. But I just
I'm
feel
not
like they
returning
shouldn't
underwear.
have been allowed to sell thongs to kids that unaccompanied minors.
Yeah,
like the parent needs to be there.
Yeah, parental supervision. They need to
we
sign
were young.
something.
When I look back at some of the stuff
for
we
sure,
were doing,
for sure. I'm like,
the parent needs to be there.
Yeah.
I don't know if the parent, like, okay, I think
or
I'm
the
like,
aunt, somebody.
I mean, listen, what are you gonna like? Put an age limit on a piece of clothing? You can't do that. But I'm saying
were babies.
I'm saying like legally you can't do anything about it. But like
no, aesthetically,
morally,
it's crazy.
like my child, if I had one, you're not wearing a thong.
No, it's crazy.
That's not appropriate for a young lady.
I actually was
or
really
a young man to be wearing.
I would wear the yoga pants and have underwear lines, and like someone definitely made fun of me.
The style was to have.
I mean, I don't know.
No,
now I'm feeling like a boomer.
You wouldn't,
and so it was like embarrassing because you could see my underwear lines in the yoga pants. Because I think my mom was anti-thong.
Okay, but this needs to be said.
Oh
no! I think I've said it before. It's like if you're wearing athletic wear, and I can see your panty line as an adult. Like, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah,
like wear a fucking thong or wear nothing.
Yeah,
like wear appropriate underwear for your activewear. I hate seeing a panty line on a grown person.
Yeah, it's like wearing the appropriate hosiery with a dress or a gown.
Yeah.
The tank top was a Sugar Lips, by the way. Did you not know that?
What?
Sugar Lips. It was like a very tight tank top.
Very
from Victoria's Secret.
That was like the aesthetic of the girls.
Wait a minute.
Got it.
Victoria's Secret actually had a great men's fragrance that I used to use all the time, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was really good. They had like a 1 and they had a 2, and it was very good.
I mean, listen, I loved all the fragrances back then. They were so tutti frutti. They were, that was just like the name of the game.
And speaking of scents, the store that every young man was going to buy a gift for his middle school crush
was
Bath and Body Works.
Oh yeah.
You were stocking up on everything cucumber melon scented, and you were giving it to the girls that were on your Christmas list.
Yep.
The hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
The body lotion.
Oh, they love to spray it in class.
A scrub. A body wash.
Yes. These are important.
These are important gifts.
I can't remember any other smell than cucumber melon at Bath and Body Works.
There was an apple. There was something apple.
Apples too.
Oh my gosh.
Rustic
a
for
Lush.
Me.
Oh.
Girl.
That was too rich.
later.
That was too rich for me.
Oh my God, a Lush. That was the best
Lush
gift to
is
give
too
someone a
much.
Lush a bath bomb.
Oh, sure.
That no one was
Mhm.
ever using.
Oh, I used all.
I mean,
You know, I can't
Yeah,
fit
I
in a
love a
bathtub.
bath.
I can't fit in a
Oh, yeah.
bathtub.
we should go to the food court.
We got to go to the food court.
Okay, so I mean, when I think of mall food courts, I just automatically think of Sbarro.
Yeah.
Oh, see, and I think a hot dog on the stick.
I love
That's
hot
the
dog
name
on a
of the
stick.
place?
Yes.
Hot dog on the stick.
When
And
I-
you would have worked there with doing.
Yeah, you sure should have
Because
worked
they gotta
there.
make the lemonade.
They gotta make the
What are you
lemonade.
talking
They
about?
always had the girls with the biggest titties to make the lemonade, and they had to crunch the lemon.
Hot dog on a stick is such a childhood memory for me because I was such a
My mouth is watering.
There
That
was
is a
big titty
fresh-
bitch who was like on the lemon.
but the costume was not it.
The costume was
not-
humiliating. And y'all were wrong for that.
But they took the hot dog on a stick and they dunked it into a fresh
Batter.
corn batter, and then they fried the hot dog
In front of
They
you.
also had one with a cheese. You did a
Yep.
cheese stick,
Yep.
quite delicious. And then you were rinsing down this savory treat with the most delicious
So good.
pink lemonade you've ever had in your life.
Does hot dog on a stick still exist? We gotta find it. It was so good.
It was so good.
And so my first job at Box Hills Mall was at the picture people, like where you would like
Okay.
people would take their kids to get their pictures
Yeah,
taken.
yeah.
And
We didn't even talk about the booths or the
The kiosks.
The kiosks.
But
How are people making money at those
No,
kiosks?
I don't know. Yeah, get the rare Indian Ocean sand. Like for your, and you're like, girl, what?
What?
But wait, so I was working at the picture people. I think I was like actually had to get something signed because I was so young. But anyway,
I'm sure.
I remember making whatever minimum wage was at the time, $5.75.
In California, probably a little bit higher.
And I would calculate how many hours I had to work at the place so I could get my hot dog on a stick meal.
But see, this is also why I was working at food places because you got free lunch.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, that's much smarter.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get like free
I
pictures.
was making more money and getting free food.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Well, I was
So wait,
getting-
did you work at the Sbarro?
No.
No.
It just like kind of like started.
No, Sbarro is just like, that was at the front
Yeah.
of our food court.
Yeah.
And I was hitting up that Sbarro for sure.
That
I
was
was-
a mall staple. I feel like
yeah,
Sbarro's
that
in
is what I
every
think of,
mall
like
ever.
a
Yeah.
mall. When I think of a mall food court, I think of a Sbarro.
Yeah, good.
I was going to Auntie Anne's.
That's a
Getting-
snack, though.
Yeah,
Getting a
but no, but
lemonade.
that's a mall staple.
That's a
Staple.
mall staple. That's a
And
snack.
then going to the Panda Express and getting the sample
Oh,
of the
mall
chicken
staple.
teriyaki.
You got to
we
get the
didn't have
sample.
we didn't have Panda Express, but we had like our local,
Yeah, it's like-
Japanese, Chinese,
Something
walk.
Yeah.
It was like
Like,
something walk.
Yeah.
It was very nondescript Asian food.
And
Yeah.
then the Dairy Queen Orange Julius collab.
Yeah, it's collab, epic collab. You're
You gotta
so
have the
right.
collab. There was also like, was that the smoothie place? Oh no.
Oh, bitch!
There's
The
a smoothie place.
when the smoothie bar
Oh.
popped off at the Four Seasons, like it was on the
smoothie
ground
place.
floor. It was lit. I was
Because-
always going for like a coconut pina colada
Okay.
fantasy, thinking that was healthy.
Well, because there was this was also like right at the beginning of the smoothie era, right? Like Robex juice, Jamba juice.
What
Robex.
the fuck is Robex?
Robex was the girl.
Yeah,
she was so good.
She's better than Jamba.
Yeah,
but,
she's
like,
better than Jamba.
It was like this was back smooth when people were like, "Oh,
So
You're like,
smooth.
you get
hell.
all your
The
fruits in
fruits.
one beverage," and everybody was like, "Wow, the fruits go in one
Yeah,
beverage."
yeah.
And nothing was worse for you than a smoothie at the mall that wasn't from Robex or Jamba. Because
Smoothie King.
Smoothie King.
That was just
Because-
in a package. It was
well,
just in
exactly,
like a
with
bottle.
yogurt. It was just ice cream.
It was just ice
It
cream.
was
King was the
flavor
girl.
ice cream that they told you was a smoothie. They
Yep.
lied to us several times.
What I appreciate about the food court
Mm.
is you could be with your group of friends,
Uh-huh.
and then there didn't have to be this. We didn't have to make a group decision on what we wanted
Yeah.
to eat. Everyone could
Everyone
go
was
on
happy.
their own journey.
Yeah, that was nice.
But once you got back to the table, there was a little bit of judgment.
Yeah, if you got the
There was a little bit of
Chick-fil-A.
judgment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Or
Like
envy.
Ren's parents are a little poor, you
Oh.
know, like she could only get.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, I want to pour one out really quick because you guys don't care for the Build-A-Bear. I don't know why you don't
Oh.
care, but that
Wait,
was like the
It's
most
just
lit
past my
place.
era.
Please
It was
don't
past
loop-
my
please
era.
don't loop me in.
Oh, I don't
I
care.
told you I was very
I thought
upset
that was
that I
the most
didn't get
lit
one.
store
I
in the
don't
whole
care.
mall.
Well,
I don't care.
I never got a Build-A-Bear, so I don't know.
What are
the
people
goings-ons.
doing? If you're a grown ass person, like, what are you doing with a fucking teddy bear?
I don't
You
think
Where
got
are
to
you putting this
dress
teddy
it
bear?
up.
It was
had
for
a
kids.
But where are you
designer.
putting this teddy bear?
But
on the mantle.
in my
That's going in the
bed. Like
trash
it was
pile.
literally my
That's
best
going into a
friend.
landfill.
Listen, all of it is going on hoarders. All of it.
It's all going. Yes.
Where does
but
any of it go?
That was like, I knew that was like a good day if my mom was like, we're going to Build-A-Bear.
But how many Build-A-Bears did you have?
I don't want to say on
Wait,
the record.
no,
I had a
you
lot. It
must
was really
say.
You were
embarrassing.
building a lot of bears.
I
And
had
you
like,
put the
They were
stuffing in his ass
expensive.
like that?
what?
The stuffing?
Yeah, you stuffed it yourself. You put the heart in.
booty
You
in
kissed
it,
the heart.
You put it in his booty and then stuffed him with
White
white
foam.
things.
It was because my parents wouldn't let me get a dog.
Okay,
so
that's
we
fair,
went to
and I
Build-A-Bear.
respect that.
Okay.
As someone
Yeah.
who doesn't want a dog in the home,
Okay.
I
They
respect
They said you can
that.
get a Build-A-Bear. So I
Build
got
it-
like
get
4
as many
different
Build-A-Bears
dogs.
you want. As long as I don't have to get a
Okay.
dog.
Yeah.
So you got him on board. That was easy.
Yeah.
that's-
That was
that
like
I
my
can
first best
take.
friend was my Build-A-Bear.
Did you ever have to go to the mall before opening hours? Like for me, I was going to.
Oh.
Excuse me. Remember, I have a nerdy side to me. I was going to the GameStop
Oh, the GameStop.
when there was a release for Pokemon cards.
Yep.
And or new video games that I wanted to get as soon as they were coming out.
if you will.
No, Yu-Gi-Oh is not for me, but that's
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's okay.
And there would always be the people there because you had to get there early
And they have the special
to
key.
get the line.
Yep.
No, to get the line. And there was always people walking just in
Oh.
a circle.
Oh,
yeah.
the mom walkers.
The
Small
walking and the
walkers.
mom.
Yeah.
The old people with their
Walking.
weights and just walking with vigor inside
That's
the
insane.
mall.
See, I never saw that.
Did they not feel safe in their neighborhoods? I don't understand why they
Well,
needed the air conditioning. Well, they're old.
This is common in places where like inclement weather, where it's like super hot in the summer or super cold in the winter. I feel like in California we didn't really have that because like there's so much outdoor
North
space.
Carolina wasn't that cold, but
Wait, was it hot?
It was hot at times.
Yeah, so I imagine they
I would love for
probably-
them to come forward and tell us why they were walking in the mall.
Yeah, but
I'm curious.
I mean, that's an extra step just to go walking in the mall.
yeah.
some people just like to walk around and look things. So like there are some people who find it very boring just to like sit and walk. Like I walked on the treadmill this morning and just learn lines. I don't mind walking. But like some people like they need like visual stimuli. They're like I need to like look and see things.
I understand.
Should we rank our department stores?
Oh, yeah, we should.
Well,
So
I don't
where
know.
are you parking
I don't
the
even need to
car is
rank
the big
them.
question.
It's just like the hierarchy of
Yeah.
like but not all malls had like the bougie.
Yeah.
Not all malls
Like
are
what
built
was
the
your
same.
core
There's
for?
rich people malls, there's middle
That's
income
true.
malls, and
That's
then there's
true.
like broke ass people
Yeah,
malls.
because like my favorite department stores aren't in a mall.
No.
Like unless it's
No,
like
but I
But
feel like-
Saks started to have like
They had
mall
one here and
department
there.
stores.
Well, who's your girl? Where are you parking?
Oh. The thing is, like, I don't remember really shopping at department stores, not very frequently. It was either Dillard's or Belk's in
See,
North
I don't
Carolina.
even know. Yeah, those are regional girls.
I'm not. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not parking at the department store entrance. I'm parking at the main entrance of the mall.
Oh, no, that's too congested.
Yeah, because I want to be able to enter and see what's going on.
No, but then
Okay.
but you're gonna have to park so far away.
Yeah, so far away.
If you enter in the department store, you're gonna be closer to the entrance, and then you get that whoosh of air conditioning as you come
Yeah.
in.
There is a whoosh. There is a whoosh at the main
Well,
entrance.
No, I don't
I was
like that
parking at the
entrance.
Nordstrom's.
I don't like that
I was
entrance.
parking at the Nordstrom's every time
You worked
without
at the
fail.
Nordstrom?
No, that's where I was parking. That's where I asked my mom to start at the Nordstrom's.
To me, let me just
I
get
thought
this off
I
my
think
chest.
she's the girl.
Nordstrom does not have enough men's merchandise.
Okay.
And they never have, and they never will. I have been to many a Nordstrom. I have given them the good old college try. People are like, oh, you should go. They've got a great return policy, blah, blah, blah. Every time I go, they have like a Top Man section. I'm like, well, if I wanted to get Top Man, I would have gone to Top Man.
Rest in peace, the Top Shop in Soho.
Oh.
Wow, I used to fuck that store up.
Bring a tear to my eye, why don't you? That and Blockheads closing is enough to end me.
Yeah, but I will say Top Shop had its moment. It has moment.
That was the Mecca.
Every F slur in New York City was going there. In fact, Quentin also works there.
That's listen, shout out to Quentin.
Quentin.
Quentin is our retail queen.
Yeah.
And listen, if he probably wasn't working at the retail
And
store now, he'd be sitting here talking about
He
this.
gave me like a 20% discount at Top Shop
Oh,
when I
that's
went in
nice.
there, and we barely knew each
Okay.
other. I was tearing up that Top Shop, though.
Damn.
I was tearing up that Top Shop.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I have to choose for this era, I did always love seeing a Sears. I did always love seeing a Macy's. Like this was like golden era of Macy's, golden age of Macy's. Like Macy's has fallen off a bit now.
Yeah, but she was
maybe
fierce.
Macy's was the girl during this era.
Yeah.
Macy's and Nordstrom were the
and
anchors
in my head, they were always beefing because they were like opposite sides.
they were.
It's like, what kind of girl were you?
The anchors of the West Side Pavilion.
I think I just don't have an affinity for department stores. I feel like because every time I went there, I thought of like my mom shopping, and I was just like stuck there. And like, I don't want to be here. Do we have to smell more fragrances?
Sure.
I don't care, Mom. You don't have any money to buy anything. Why are we here?
Why are we here?
Just to check it out.
Just to check it out.
Seen be seen.
You know what Cindy would do? She was the queen of like, this is how broke we were. She would buy something, but then always be like, well, like if I need money, I can return it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, girl, just don't buy it.
Yeah.
Just don't buy it. You know?
Well, speaking of, that kind of leads into our scam.
Which brings us into our scam of the week.
And you guys already know what it is.
It's a department store card. It's a store card. A store card. I don't care how much of a discount the sales associate is offering you on your first purchase.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it, baby. The interest rate is like 20%. And if you miss like one payment, like you're going to be paying quadruple for that fucking camisole top that you just bought from Express.
They are counting on you to miss the payment.
They want you to miss the payment.
And they are enlisting people like me to get you to open it. And I was very successful at getting many of you to open those cards.
I want everyone that I forced to open an Express credit card. I beg for your forgiveness.
I apologize.
am so sorry for selling you that card.
Yeah.
I, unlike Andrew, didn't even get an incentive. I just had to hit the mark to keep my job.
Yeah.
And I was getting those cards. It was always so awkward. I feel so bad.
But also, some of you made it quite easy on me.
Oh.
Some of you did make it quite easy.
Some of you, I didn't even really have to hard sell. I was just like, do you want to save 15% off and get an Express credit card?
And I need you hosts to know that some of y'all were just willy-nilly with freedom giving out your social security number for to a minor just to save 15% off of your fucking going out top.
I will say that was the most awkward part of opening a credit card. I mean, like, and your social. Like,
wait, you know who's still doing this?
Can we say that one more time?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
The Sephora, they're still doing this. I see you're buying an eyeliner. Do you want to get another one and open a Sephora card? No.
And I always
don't open that card, babe.
Look at them like, look at this card that I'm paying with. Look at this one here.
You don't need that store card.
I don't need a Sephora card.
I don't need a Sephora card.
I am a beauty insider. That's enough.
Oh my gosh. So yeah.
I did have an Express card because we had to open.
I had an Express card too.
I mean, we opened when we were working, but I knew I had to pay that off first.
Yeah.
There was no keeping a balance on that card, that black card.
Do you know why I got my Express credit card? Was because I bulk buyed all of my Express
stuff for theater.
For the theater.
And so they got you.
It was like a $400, $500 bill. And I was like, you know what? It makes sense to open the card now. I'll open it and I'll pay it off. And that's what I did. And it was actually a card that I had for a very long time because, you know, when you're younger, you don't have that many cards. So you can't close them because your credit.
Yeah.
So I had it for like 7 years and used it once, but
yeah. So don't open that card. I don't know what store card culture is now. I feel like people are a little bit smarter, but maybe not.
Oh no, it's popping.
Yeah.
It's popping. Baby credit. People, especially right now, people don't have no money. People need people.
Guys.
Listen, thank you guys for coming with us to the mall.
Yeah,
this was so fun.
Mom is picking us up outside of the Nordstroms.
Okay.
But like a little bit farther away from the door so nobody sees us.
Yep.
Getting into the car with Mom.
Because it's humiliating.
That's humiliating to be seen with your parent.
Yep.
And we'll see you next Friday for some Sbarro, and maybe we'll get our ears pierced after my reconstruction.
Oh my gosh.